edge of the guitar. You can try resting the indent over your left leg, with the back end of the guitar resting against your right leg. You'll need to raise your left leg up with a big book or a small stool. The same principles apply here. Keep the guitar balanced so you don't have to muscle it around with your arms. And again, you just let your forearm rest against the edge of your guitar, ready to play. Let's start with the most basic part of picking technique, how to hold your pick. Curl the fingers of your picking hand into a loose fist and rest the pick right on the last knuckle of your index finger. Then just let your thumb rest on top of the pick. You don't have to squeeze too hard. You want the pick to be able to pivot a bit between the fingers as it picks the strings. There are two huge things to keep in mind when it comes to picking notes on the guitar. Number one is no tension. If you play with tension, you'll get tired faster. You'll make more mistakes, and if you do it long enough, you can do real damage to yourself. So keep it relaxed. If you feel yourself tensing up, take a break, shake it out, and start over. Number two is what we call economy of motion. That just means you don't do any more than you have to. Even the thickest guitar strings are only a fraction of an inch thick, so you just need a very tiny motion to get your pick from one side of the string to the other. No need to overdo it. Let's start with a basic downstroke. That just means you pick down through the string. Start with the pick above the string you want to pick. It can rest on the string until you're actually ready to play it. Now, push the pick right through it. The pick can then rest on the next string down. Now, when you learn upstrokes too, you'll be able to play twice as many notes with the same motion. An upstroke is exactly what it sounds like. You play the string by pulling the pick up through it. All the motion happens in the wrist. It's just a tiny rotation, not a huge movement. And remember, when you're playing an electric guitar, you don't have to pick it hard to make it loud. That's the amp's job. Now, when it comes to picking, one of the best things you can learn starting out is alternate picking. That just means you're going to pick down, up, down, up, down, up all the time. The key is that you always go down on down beats and up on up beats. Even if you leave a note out, your hand still keeps going down and up just as if you had played a note there anyway. You'd also keep this going if you did a hammer-on or pull-off or something like that. You don't pick the string on the hammer-on, but your picking hand still goes up on that note, just as if you had played it, so when it's time to play a downstroke, you're ready to go. This is how you get to where you can play those fast passages with lots of notes. It's not the only approach to picking out there, but it's definitely the best place to start, and a good habit to pick up early on. talk about shifting, you just mean moving your hand up and down the neck to different positions. But before we get to that, let's take a quick sec and get to know your guitar a little better. Most guitars use dots or some other kind of inlay to mark certain frets. They're usually marked on both the fretboard and the upper side of the neck. The first dot is usually on the 3rd fret. Go ahead and find that on your guitar. Let's just play the 3rd fret on the low E string, the thickest string, highlighted in red. Try it at your own pace. You've got that one down. There will probably also be dots or inlays on the 5th, 7th, and 9th frets. Let's find those. Sweet. Outstanding. Perfect. The next one up is the 12th fret, usually marked with a double dot. The 12th fret is special because notes 12 frets apart are what we call an octave higher. That means it's the same note, just at a higher pitch. Same thing with the 3rd and 15th frets. 12 frets apart, so it's another octave. Notice the dot pattern above the 12th fret just repeats the pattern from the lower frets. The dots above the 12th fret are the 15th, 17th, 19th, and 21st. Don't worry, as you play more, these fret numbers will become second nature, and you'll be able to quickly tell which upper dots are an octave higher than the lower ones. Let's just try that. Sweet. Awesome. Yeah, that was good. Now here's a riff that will take some shifting to play. Listen to this riff one more time before you play it. Okay, try playing it now. Nice one. Here's another one with a little more shifting to it. Here's that riff again, but let's just listen to it. You can play after that. Now your turn. Excellent. Okay, now let's put it all together in a song. Here goes. right, time for some slides. Slides are pretty straightforward. Just play a note like usual, then keep your finger pressed down and slide up to the next note. Let's try that. Perfect. Now let's try sliding down the neck. We'll use a different finger this time. This is pretty much the same thing we just did, but in reverse. Try it at your own pace. You got that one down. All right, let's use that slide to play a riff. Listen to this riff one more time before you play it. Okay, you play now. Sweet. Now, let's play another riff that has two slides, one going up and one going down. Here's the riff again. Listen to it, then play it. Play it now. Let's try that again. Here's that riff again. Let's try it again, a little slower. Let's try that again. Great work. Now let's try that again at full speed. Let's try that again. Here's that riff again. Let's try it again, a little slower. Let's try that again. Here's that riff again. Let's give that another shot. little faster. Let's play it at full speed now. Let's try that again. Great job. You're ready for the practice track now. Here goes. Great performance. All right, time for some slides. Slides are pretty straightforward. Just play a note. Session mode. Learn a song.